Yeah, the feedback we've had from the 4 free events that we did last year has been incredible. From those that have attended, but also the trade as well. To be able to put education across in the form that I've wanted to do for many years now, really hands-on, practical, to a level and to a standard which I felt was missing in the industry. As I say, it's been picked up and received very well. Everyone that's attended the day said they've been fantastic as well. In terms of its opportunities to look into new areas which they might not particularly work in, whether that's the green innovations or robotics, or it's grass and seed identifications or line marking or irrigation. And then also for those that are picking up skills within a part of the industry they do work in. So it might be that they're with an irrigation background, but they're picking up new skills or with different products. And then, as I say, off the back of that, with as partners and the trade as well, having the 30 to 40 people in that room that are key engaged and being able to use their products and be really engaged is just, it's been amazing. I honestly can't thank everyone around that's been involved more, because of how positive and the drive that there's been to make this happen and to make it better as well. So looking forward to this year. We've had one event already in February, which was our integrated weed management event at Wiltshire FA. That was, again, another brilliant day with us partners, and was put across really well. And then essentially off the back of it, we are actually putting together a synthetic day, which is currently already on the website as well for May. But we do have 10 events this year already pre-planned, and they'll start to roll out across the website. I think there's 4 or 5 already on there at the moment as well, with our next one actually tomorrow with Mansfield Sand. So we're going over root zones, profiles, different types of construction, gravels, fibre sands, and then a tour of the quarry as well, which is not something which comes up often. So it's great for us to be able to offer this out to everyone essentially within the industry. So we'll have people from local authorities, we'll have the schools, we'll have the elite sports clubs, across multiple sports there. The local contractors, the grounds care teams. It really is open. And as I say, this isn't something that's happened before with a lot of our training. A key focus for us was making these events free. For me in particular, I felt that I had more opportunity to go to these events if they are free, rather than having to pay and go through employers or pay out of my own pocket. And ultimately, these events should be free because they're industry putting back into the industry. And in that respect, there shouldn't be a cost. What is the cost? So it's just time. And the amount of knowledge that there is in these industry partners as well. You look at the various sectors, but the people that are on the road have done these jobs for years and years and years, and they've got so much to give back, as well as the companies themselves, as well as ourselves. So we felt that it was massively important to make it accessible in that respect, and it's shown in the attendance and the feedback that we've had as well. We're working with a number of key partners throughout the industry, which has been fantastic. And as I say, the support we've had from them has been great as well. But the industry leading, these are the people that know the ins and outs of these topics that we're covering, whether it's the machinery maintenance, whether it's the irrigation, whether it's the drainage. These teams and companies know exactly what is going on and literally the day-to-day of these profiles, these constructions, these equipments. So to have those involved, it's made such a difference, because I personally, and I know many others within the industry will say the same, will never know everything. And I never aspire to either. There's just so much information to know. But knowing that we can lean on our partners to put together quality information and educational days, it's industry leading, I'd say. The Academy is a separate entity to GroundsFest. However, the backing from GroundsFest there is a pot of money which is put aside by Chris and Charles that essentially is going back into industry. And this is our opportunity to do that through the Academy. So the support from GroundsFest and the show has been absolutely phenomenal, whether that's in terms of operational, but also in terms of obviously the social aspect and what we're putting out there. Has been, again, I'll say industry leading. I believe what we're doing as a team is fantastic, and it's been so well received. And it's also quality. The level that we're operating at is what industry needs and wants. And again, I keep coming back to that feedback, but it's ultimately it's that what we're tailoring, what we're doing around, and whether that's in a positive or negative way, we've taken it all on board, and we keep moving forward and making each event better. For us this year, there's a lot going on. We have the 10 free events, as I say, running across the year, split between Inspire and Focus events, which you can find more on the website. But the Inspire are more smaller, working with partner days, where the Focus events are more topic-led and more seminar-based, and will have significantly more numbers there that attend. We have those 310 events, as I say. We're also working on a number of other various different things throughout the industry, and working with other leading bodies such as Lantra to put together various different bits of information, which you'll see more of across the course of this year for sure. We've got some exciting bits that we're going to launch at GroundsFest as well, so it's something to keep an eye out on. But it's looking like a really promising year for us. As I say, from industry to the people that have attended, it's been really good, and there's been such a drive to now, and people coming forward and saying, can we do more? What's next? How's the GroundsFest Academy going to grow? Obviously, we've already got our roadmap in place, but having more people involved has been massively beneficial for us, and the partners have been a huge part of that. A key part of what we're doing with the Academy, we want it to be accessible in terms of not just it being free, but in terms of moving around the country. While the UK is not a massive island in itself or country, actually the vast space between is quite significant. So you can go from Plymouth to Scotland in 9 hours in terms of driving, and actually if you wanted to stop along the way, there's 1,000,001 stops. So for us, it was making sure that education was being delivered in strategic areas. And there's been areas such as the Southwest, where we've done our integrated weed management day recently, where we've had a significant amount of interest in the North. So for example, later on in July, we're going to be doing the same day, almost as a bit of a roadshow tour, and doing it again at Loughborough Grammar School. So this is just part of us taking this feedback and continuing developing it. We want to spread it around. We want to get to as many people as we can. Having these partners involved will make us able to put on more days, essentially, and be able to do more for the industry, because that's what it's all about. This isn't for taking profits out of the industry. This is all putting back in terms of time, money, knowledge as well. There's so many different aspects to it.